Well, it's another Arsenal day. Yes, this is Arsenal's day. Nobody can tell us anything. Coming to this game, everybody thought it was going to be another rout, but you can see we're wearing our jersey proudly. Just so you know, when the game started, I wasn't wearing my jersey. 1-0, I was still like, this not just luck.
Maybe it will be another day.
By the time we went to 3, I went, put on my jersey, nothing they happened. This win is ours. London is red today.
Because who do we have here today, man?
Okay, yeah, so joining us today on this edition of Gozie and Amnan, we have Amna. She's a very true Arsenal fan.
True and true.
Very true.
True and true. She's been saying she wants to join us.
Yeah.
And we told her that look, man, it's bad this season. Like, there's no good thing this time. It's just bad. See, there's no joy. So are you sure you want to come on? Because now Vex with the Vex for here.
But I think she planned this thing very well. The first 3 losses, we didn't see anybody say, want to jump on this. All of a sudden, Arsenal has 3 wins, and now here's Amna. So, anyways, we know how it is. But welcome to Gozie and Amnan.
So Amna, before we start, just tell her how long have you been supporting Arsenal?
Since I was about 6, I'm going to be honest, it might have something to do with the Invincibles, or it might just have something to do with how Thierry only looked in 2003. We'll never really know.
A lot of girls are fans, Arsenal fans, because they are a lot of fine boys. They're just like fine boys FC.
Yeah.
Yes,
fan, Percy.
Yes, no. When I see female Chelsea fans now, I'm like, did you start supporting Chelsea? Chelsea fans, they're not be them John Terry. Those people just
Iron Man,
Makalele, some kind boy. But yes, Arsenal, we had some fresh boys, so we had all the fine babes with Arsenal fans.
Carlos Vela,
we had fine boys. But moving on, let's move on. Arsenal versus Tottenham. Arsenal 3, Tottenham 1. It should have been 3-0. I feel that consolation goes. It should have been a clean sheet. But all in all, it was a good performance from Arsenal. Not a good performance all through, but 3 goals. When was the last time Arsenal scored 3 goals in the game? Man. Like, I can't even remember. Like, I'm thinking back. I'm like, okay, other than the Carabao Cup and no. I'm talking of
in the league
or in Europe. When was the last time we came up with 3 goals?
Yeah. 3 goals early on as well.
Early on, I think it was Slavia Prague. No, that was our last.
I can't remember.
That was our last high profile match that we scored. I think it was like 4. It was Slavia Prague.
So we scored 4 against somebody in a tough.
Yeah.
Semi-finals of Europa, right?
It wasn't semi. Was it quarterfinal or semi-final?
Something like
that. I think semi-finals was Villarreal.
It wasn't Villarreal. It was quarterfinal. I think it was Slavia Prague.
Man.
The one with Saka, where Saka had an amazing game. Yeah. Okay, but so today,
and to score 3 against Tottenham.
Yes. So let me get your take on the match. How do you think the match was?
Well, the first 20 minutes, of course, where we scored all those goals was fantastic. The gameplay, the intensity, and everything. And unfortunately for Tottenham, everything, the 50-50 chances fell to us, and we took advantage of it. I just felt that after the first half, we took our foot off the pedal, and the game was just. If we just tried to defend the scores and ensure that we got victory, then it was just I wasn't entertained in the second half. To be honest with you, it was just because I look at Man City and Man City never take their foot off the pedal, man. They are going for they're on 5, they're going for 6, they're going for 7, they're going for 8. That's what I want to see, because when we had Igwe at the helms of affairs, you always see 7-0, 6-0. You don't see it. I don't want to score 3 goals, because if I see 3 goals in the first half, I'm expecting.
We should have been trying to score as many as we can, because we're in deficit based on goal difference.
Yeah.
Like 5, we should have taken our foot off the pedal. We should have, if we were going to get 6, 7, let's try and get 6, 7. Yeah. But I don't really think we took our foot off the pedal. Fitness, we've said it. Fitness has been an issue for this young
this season. Actually,
they tend to gas out really quickly.
Yeah.
And start even the first half. By the time we hit like 35th minute after the 3rd goal, everybody's like
fatigue was showing.
The fatigue was already showing, and in second half too, you come out. Even though second half the mentality was different, because they were like, we're 3 goals up. Let's just make sure we see this through. But I still feel like fitness is an issue for them.
Yeah,
it's even the older players, because like you said, the younger players come out with a lot of hella energy, and then when their energy is not there, the other players cannot carry that, and that's the problem that we have. Like, there's no one pushing us, keep going. If you look at Liverpool, Van Dijk is always shouting, like, exactly. keep going. There's no one to do that. So the young kids, once they do that initial 30 minutes of hella energy and they burn out, then there's no one to sustain that.
Yeah.
And then we're, like you said, just defending the 3-goal advantage. We're not going for more. But like Man City, it's so insane. Like, they can be going on. In fact, you're just like, sometimes it's like, please stop. It's not fair.
We know you have
like,
won
well,
the
you've
game.
won the game. Is enough. So with the way they played in that first half, I was like, this is going to be like a
rout,
6-0.
right?
Yeah, like this should have been a
it should have been a 6-0
6-0.
rout.
It should have been like, oh wow, this is done. Tottenham can't show their face again in the
Yeah.
league. So yeah, it was a bit
Wow.
disappointing in the second half when they went a little downhill.
She said Tottenham can show their face again.
You know, to what she says about the leaders pushing on, and that's where I think Arsenal don't have it, because someone like Aubameyang, he was MIA,
It was MIA.
and Xhaka was all there just doing the old, and only Thomas and the thing helping us, I think, that helped us in this game, we have a solid defense right now. You must give it props to Ramsdale, Gabriel, all of them at the back. They are the ones that just made us like, if it was a shit defense, man.
Yeah, it was shit defense. Why I said I didn't put on my jersey till 3-0. With Arsenal's defense, 2 goals, I still feel we can lose the match. Not draw.
Yeah.
If Arsenal is winning 2 goals at the beginning of second half with our previous defense, I still feel we can lose that match.
Yeah.
Not draw, lose. So it's only 3-0. Then I'm like, worst comes to the worst, we could draw.
Yes,
That is-
yes.
so
We can't lose at this
We
point.
can't lose at this point. Highest we could draw.
So our leaders aren't like, the funny thing is Aubameyang is the captain. Who is his vice? It's Xhaka, and the two of them.
So, but let me ask. So, big talking point. Xhaka coming back after his suspension, and everybody was like, "Oh my goodness, are we going back to that?" But what do you think of Xhaka's performance today? What do you think of his performance today?
Well, no calamity.
I don't think he was exceptional. I don't think he really, like, in terms of when I've seen an exceptional Xhaka, that was not it. But yeah, he didn't, there was no serious deficit. He was still doing his side passes, which was it was a problem. But if you see the way that Tierney and Tomiyasu were running forward, I think that pushed him a little more forward as well.
Yeah.
And so that helped us out, and that's why he looked really good. But in terms of like really holding down the midfield, that was more party. Really?
More
Yeah,
party
word.
So
That's true.
there was before the second goal, there was a challenge Xhaka made on was it Højbjerg? I think during when Ramsdale tried to play at the back, he passed to Xhaka, and Xhaka was sleeping on the ball. Because personally, yes, you might blame Ramsdale. Why you giving Xhaka? But Xhaka was sleeping on the ball. You should understand that you were the only free man, and your keeper is looking for who to give the ball to. You should be alert.
Yeah.
But I think he was sleeping on, and then he tried to make a last ditch tackle, and
He was
people
lucky.
are saying it's 50-50.
Exactly.
Some refs could have blown that
Yes,
as a foul.
certainly,
Yeah.
Some
definitely.
refs could have blown as a foul. So, well, like you said, he didn't make too many mistakes, but nothing exceptional. Me personally, I still don't want to see Xhaka in the team. I know he's a senior player, and maybe that's why Arteta keeps bringing him on because of that experience, But if not for the injury, Arteta won't have taken him off. And I feel like Arteta needs to give this other CMs.
Lokonga.
They didn't give them chance to play.
Yeah.
So you need to take. I think when Lokonga wanted to come on, his party he wanted to take off. But before the Xhaka injury and everything. But look, the truth of the matter is that if Xhaka is playing, if everybody around Xhaka plays well, it helps to hide
his flaws.
Yes,
flaws.
yes,
You
yes,
understand?
yes.
It helps to hide his flaws. So, we can still scrape by with him in the team. But ultimately, I'd want to see a party Lokonga partnership.
Yeah. Moving forward.
You get. But that notwithstanding, 3-0. Any shortcomings you feel from the team?
Well, I think this would be a confidence booster to the team. What I want to see, okay, you've beaten Tottenham 3-1. You have confidence with you. No serious injuries per se. Xhaka is not a serious injury.
Could they were like, when the physician is like, I think you'll be fine in 4 weeks. I'm like,
Okay.
you mean 4 months? you mean 4 months?
Blessing in disguise.
So I'm just looking forward. I'm looking forward to our next game. I don't know who we're playing at the moment, right? But you have everything going for you in a sense. So I want to see the next game, and I want to see something better than this.
Yes. Everybody's saying Tottenham. Coming off Norwich and Burnley, everybody was saying Tottenham is the real test. But I watched Tottenham's preview. No, their last 2 games. I'm not talking about today's match. And, man, they're in the same situation as Arsenal. They don't have they're
in a worse situation.
Nuno Santos or
Is it?
Santos.
I think they're in a worse situation because Kane is not popping right now, and so Kane is not on. Son is barely there. So what do they have?
Exactly. So it's still not real test for Arsenal. For me, it's a much better test because you're playing against better players than you have in Norwich and Burnley. But looking at where Tottenham is, I still don't see this as that test to know whether Arsenal are now firing on all cylinders. So I'm still waiting for us to play like a West Ham and Aston Villa, Leeds. I'm not even talking about maybe a Liverpool because man, that one if we win, we win. You understand?
If we draw, we draw. More like if we draw, we draw. Which kind you win, you win.
You guys hope. But I'm I'm looking at the West Ham, Aston Villa, Leeds,
Brighton,
Leicester. Those are the people I'm looking at that
yeah.
will really give us a serious challenge.
Yeah.
You understand? So I'm looking for one of those games. But all in all, man, look. We started off 20th, we're 10th, we're above Tottenham. That's even the greatest joy I have now. We're above Tottenham. Like,
yeah.
In the top half of the table, we're there. Tottenham is in the bottom half of the table. Please, they can cry for all I care.
Progress actually.
Progress. Okay, so let's move on to player rankings, player ratings for the match.
Yeah.
You understand?
We'll let our host give us. I mean, our guest rather. Sorry.
My bad.
Not
joy the cause I'm worried. I don't taste since we win.
My ratings. These are my boys. Obviously, Saka's my baby. So if I'm just gonna go out right ahead and give him.
Okay, no, let's start from the keeper. Let's take from the back. Ramsdale over 10. What rate we give?
A solid 8. Ramsdale made that beautiful save in the second half that I thought was really brilliant, because so far I haven't thought he has been tested. You know. I'm going to be honest, when we signed Ramsdale, I was like a twice relegated keeper. What have I done to deserve this?
You seriously don't know. Those guys have a lot of experience saving shots. Yes, they have a lot of experience saving shots. Look, when you are picking, there's no better experience than picking the ball out of your net. There's no experience better than that. Like you're on the team where you know that in this match, I'm going to get 20 shots shot at me in one match. I mean, that's more experience than somebody that's a keeper keeping in the top teams that can go a whole game and not see a shot at him. So Ramsdale is a good keeper. I mean, people that watched him last season, that's in the teams he was, they were like, look, he's good. It's just that when you're in a team, I mean, look at Arsenal's defense. Believe you me, if it was Murray and Holding and Chambers, Ramsdale will look worse than Leno.
Yes,
he will look worse than Leno. Like I said, when Leno started, he seemed like a really good goalkeeper, and then the defense just put him in a bad spot. You get, even though sometimes he let the team down because get like stuff like getting beat at your near post, or making some erratic decisions and costing your team. At times, I feel like his confidence started to drop and he wasn't even sure of himself anymore.
Yes.
You get, but Ramsdale coming with a new keeper that isn't affected by that Arsenal sickness, because that's the most important thing. Having players that are not affected by that sickness. Tomiyasu. You understand? So players that they haven't experienced that nonsense, because Arsenal does that thing to you. You come in with all that fire, and then they just kill whatever energy, infect you. So they coming in, and then very key, Gabriel coming back into the team, his partnership with Ben White, he just made that defense look solid. Yes, sometimes we might not be doing much up front, but when they're coming back, I'm confident the ball is coming in. I'm looking out for Gabriel. I know he's going to deal with it. Unlike when he's holding on Chambers, I'm just like, God, Chamber, hey, right now. But man, no, seriously, this was the first game where I wasn't screaming out the top of my lungs as the match was going on. I wasn't like panicking. I wasn't on my toes. I was relaxed. I mean, that's hugely due to the fact that 35 minutes in 3-0. What else is there? Please, let's move on. Yeah.
No, I'd give Ramsdale a solid 7 out of 10.
I'm fine with that. I'm fine with. Actually, I'll give him a 7.5. Reason being is because, first of all, we were lucky in the Xhaka incident, because even though it was Xhaka, I feel the main fault came from Xhaka because he was sleeping on the ball. But it would have still been a Ramsdale error. Yeah. In general, but we're lucky in that regard. And like I said, it wasn't tested too much. Tottenham didn't do much. Actually, I mean, I'll give him a 7.5, if for nothing else, for that last save. That last save could have made that last 5 minutes very tense. Yeah, if he didn't pull off that save. And Arsenal, when it comes to panicking, like that ball entered, I forgot my jersey immediately. Say, hey, this team won't turn 3-3. But so then I'll start from left back, Kieran Tierney.
Oh, Tierney was brilliant. Okay. Solid 8.
Solid 8.
Oh, Tierney was brilliant.
Me, I'll give Tierney maybe a 7. He was alright. He was good. It was good, but he didn't make an assist now. So what would I give people that made an assist and score goals?
I'm with you on that. I'll give him a 7. I'll give him a 7. Now, she's obviously a Tierney fan. Yeah, you can see how she blushed.
She likes the head boy. The guy is always talking his head. He's a serious student.
She's like, oh, Tierney, that's my guy. Oh my goodness.
I just give him an 8.
So she's very generous, but it's fine. Moving on, Gabriel.
Oh, Gabriel was also. I'd say Gabriel was our best defender out of all the back four. So I'd give him an 8.
An 8 too. Okay. I'll give him a 7.5.
Same. I give him 7.5. Yeah. It was solid. It was solid. But he didn't score a goal.
I mean, it's not easy. You have Kane. You have Kane, Son, Dele Alli.
And these was a monster.
Lucas, and
Mora.
These are pacey, quick fit.
And he was just always there. Like every time I was looking up, Gabriel was there. He was there.
I think he's the one covering for Ben White.
Yes, because
I feel that's what the partnership is. Gabriel is meant
you
to
be
cover.
the monster, you be the
yes,
super.
Yes, Gabriel is meant to cover for Ben White, and Ben White goes in, tries to pick
Passes.
his pockets,
and
then get into passing spaces.
As long as it works, I'm fine.
As long as it works, it's fine. Ben White for you?
6.5.
6.5.
7.
I told you there's a lot of emotions in this decision.
6.5, 7. No, he was good, but he wasn't. Like he was saying, like I feel like Gabriel was covering for him. He wasn't doing anything. Like I'm trying to remember one significant tackle that Ben White made in that game.
He passed with his ass.
yes.
You saw that, right?
Okay. So 6.5. What do you think?
I mean, I would give him a 7. I would give him a 7 because when shaky on the defense, and why I would give him a 7, and I would give why I gave Gabriel a 7.5 and give him a 7 is that if we had kept a clean sheet, he would have got a 7.5, and Gabriel got an 8. So
okay.
yeah.
I'm fine with that. I don't really see much. Like I said, the defense as a unit, really good.
Yeah.
For me, I'll give the defense across the board a 7.
Yeah.
But for Ben White, 7 is fine for me.
Yeah.
7 is fine. I like Ben White.
Tomiyasu.
I like Ben White. Tomiyasu.
Tomiyasu.
The Japanese Korean chopper.
I'd give him a 7.
A 7?
7.5.
7.5.
7.5.
Okay, I'm good with a 7.5.
For Tomiyasu.
Wait, what did I give Tierney?
You gave Tierney an 8.
6.5.
You gave your boyfriend an 8.
Oh, Tierney,
She gave her boyfriend an 8.
Yeah, then Tomiyasu is definitely 7.5 because the runs he was making,
making good runs. But not so much.
Because since Arteta came, he has sworn by sideways passing. Nobody knows that balls can actually move forward in Arsenal.
I think that's why Saka was caught that time. That was like, run. Remember that?
Tomiyasu was ready to keep. Let's go. Go. I was here for that.
The energy, if for nothing else, is his energy in defense.
Yeah.
Not even his energy going forward. His energy in defense. I mean, like once the ball is on that right, Tomiyasu is in the mix.
Yeah.
Once the ball is on the right side of the pitch, and that's why he gets a solid 7.5 from me. Like same performance as Gabriel, the same way Gabriel handled the center, and I feel that's how Tomiyasu handled that whole right wing.
Yeah.
So he gets a 7.5 from me. You understand? Yes.
I
Don't
wish
worry.
he
We're
had
not very.
assisted.
Don't worry. We're not very generous with us with ratings because we've seen. Don't worry. The poor time is coming. We're giving them 8.5. Time is coming where you will see 2, 3.
Yeah. I think the good thing, I would also give Tomiyasu a 7.5 because how you know a good defender, sometimes it feels like they're not working, but the fact that it feels like they're not working shows that they're even solving the problem before it becomes a problem. Yes. So I would give him a 7.5
yes.
for that.
Okay, so now moving to the midfield. Let's start with our man Xhaka. Granit.
Granit didn't make any mistakes.
That's a huge one.
He's lucky.
He needs to stress me because at the beginning of this game I said 2 people are going to make me cry: Harry Kane and Granit Xhaka, and none of them succeeded today. So I give Granit a 6.5 because he didn't do anything wrong.
6.5. I'm fine with the 6. I mean, the team won, so everybody should have a good rating. So I'm fine with the 6.5.
Man, Xhaka 6, man.
Look, we have a lot of Granit haters.
Proud one.
I'm one of them.
Proud one, man.
I mean,
6, man. Look, Gozie, the game could have turned. We're leading 1-0, right?
Because of Granit.
If the ref had blown against us, and just imagine they just scored that free kick. 1-1.
1-1.
So like
the whole dynamic changes.
The whole match, who was in that kind of situation that could have affected him?
So, there was another one where he lunged in. There was a tackle where he lunged in, and they just passed him easily. But I mean, if that was a much more intelligent player, could have left the foot stuck in there, and then Granit gets sent off for a stored challenge.
You have to score a goal for him to get 7 on my list.
I give him. I'm agreeing with her rating of a 6.5. You know what I mean? Man injured. Man injured and made sure there were no more mistakes, so he gets a 6.5 for me. He took one for the team.
He won't be around for next week. Thank you very much, Granit.
Maybe next 4 weeks.
Inshallah.
Lucas Moura, thank you for that sideways ankle. No,
It was the hand of God.
It was the hand of God.
Because Arteta didn't want to have sense.
Arteta. It was going to take off party, but
it's not just Arteta. All Arsenal managers love. I was hearing a stat before the game that said every Arsenal manager has chosen Xhaka since he has been at Arsenal for a North London derby, with the exception of if he's injured, if he's unavailable. But other than that, they choose him.
No problem. Maybe if it's for that purpose, yes, because people always expect the derby to be very physical, very they're aggressive, and so maybe that's why they keep picking him. Like if you're saying they pick him for a derby,
not derby. Just talking of like he's always in their first team.
No, that one Dole
From Wenger, and I'm like, what did this guy do?
He's always in the team. If you're going into a rough match, a match of let's see who's strong pass, granted can fit into your squad somewhere. You understand?
But the thing is, for that, it's 50-50 every single time. Like the physicality can be physicality with sense, or
but his is always
you never. So it's just sometimes it's such a huge gamble.
The thing is,
sometimes I feel like if I'm winning again, I want to take him off because I know he's just waiting to do something stupid.
Yes.
I was waiting for him to get a yellow card so that Teta could take him off. I was like, Granny, do what you do now. This is why I'm still giving him a 6.5 because he didn't do. I was like, Granny, do what you do now. Get the yellow card so that Teta can take you off.
The thing is, I don't know. The thing is, when the team plays well, it covers his flaws.
Yeah, it covers his flaws.
People will now say, "Oh, Xhaka was mad. The guy was doing sideways pass and almost not losing the ball." Like I said,
almost not losing the ball. Like, let's move on to our daddy in the house.
Senior man
party.
No,
what rating you give party?
Someone said last week Party moved to Arsenal just to live in London. And we're going to Ghanaian parties.
Win that.
I'd give Party a 7.
A 7?
Yes.
7? What you give Party?
I think I'll give him a 7 too. It was alright.
7 is alright for me too. 7 is alright. Also, like I feel Party can play at a much higher level than he's been playing. So that's what I feel a 7.
Maybe he's being careful.
He's being careful, because I feel like you can get more from Party. So that's fine with him. And then we go to our central attacking midfielder, Odegaard.
Odegaard was good today, but he was good, no doubt. I'll give him a 7.5. No major contributions as far as assists, but he was getting into the pockets and creating stuff. So I'll give him a 7.5.
He was always dripping in the pocket.
I agree. I'd give him a 7.5 as well.
I give him a 7. I'm giving him higher than Party. Like, look, he's good. See, Odegaard is good at finding space.
Yeah.
Like, you know, when we're in possession, he's good at dropping into those holes and all that you get, you know. But as an attacking midfielder, you expect more. I expected more. There weren't too many through balls that put people on goal. You know, there weren't many link-up plays he did. You understand? You know, that came from Smith Rowe and Tierney and Saka. Yeah, so that's why I give him a 7. Like, fine, you know, that ability to find space is good, but you know, you're an attacking midfielder. I want you to hold the ball, link up play, make through balls, put people through on goal. You understand, you know, and I didn't see a lot of that from me in this game, but at least the other people did it. That's the most important thing. Yeah. Even if one person doesn't do it, let someone else do it. I mean, it's fine. So yeah, I'll give him a 7. Can't give him higher than Party.
Let me review him. I think what your points you made are very valid, and I think I was hasty to come to my decision because I didn't consider the second half.
Yes.
Because in the second half he was missing in action as well. So because of that, I'll give him a 7 as well. 7.
Yeah. You know. So moving on, go on the left, Smith Rowe.
Yeah, Smith Rowe was good. I'll give him a 7.5.
I'm fine with that.
7.5. Yeah. Scored a goal.
See, the reason why nobody can get an 8 for me, because I know you're waiting for that 8 rating, it's because of our second half.
The second half performance.
And that's why they can get an 8.
The second half was poor.
Nobody can get an 8 for me. So Smith Rowe, I'm good with a 7.5. Look, that thing I'm saying Odegaard didn't give us, Smith Rowe gave it to us.
Yes, he did.
Yeah.
And that's in addition to having an assist and a goal. I mean, he's deserving of an 8. But like I said, that second half performance is going to make me stop at 7.5. So I give him a 7.5.
No, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm gonna use all my emotions here, and I'm going to give Smith Rowe a 9.
Oh my
because
God!
He's a Hill End boy who
likes
scored in a North London derby, and I'm so happy for him. I'm so proud of him because his composure. Like, yes, second half was not great, but one thing about Smith Rowe, unlike Saka, is he's less composed. He really is not as stable as you want him to be in a lot of high-profile games.
Who, Saka?
Smith Rowe.
Oh, Smith Rowe.
Yes,
okay.
I feel like Saka has more maturity than Smith Rowe. I really do.
Really?
Okay. So for that reason, I felt like it's his first half. He wasn't just relying on his skill. He started putting 2 brain cells together and being in the positions.
Please explain to people what putting 2 brain cells together means.
It's something Xhaka has never done.
As long as Xhaka have never done it, I understand.
So he was finding himself in the spaces that sometimes I wish Aubameyang was getting into this season. So and so for that I'll give, and like I said, I'm just going to use my emotions to say my Hill End boy scored in the North London derby.
So it's a derby, so you know I'm gonna let slide.
Let's
slide. It's a derby. Emotions are always hiding.
But yeah, I need the young boys to But that's not even a situation that can be fixed in a day. The energy, the way our energy drops off, the way we are not ruthless like City.
Yes.
You know, even in
it's going to cost us. It's going to cost us.
Yeah.
And I'm hoping on Arteta to provide like a solution to that problem, like with your changes in the game. You should be able to know when to bring on somebody who's going to inject more energy into the team.
Yeah.
And he doesn't do that. You understand? You know, he's still like, see how like he has like already ready-made substitutions in his head. Like, okay, you're going to play to this time, then I'll take you off. Yeah, it's fine to have that at the beginning of the match, but you need to read the game and be like, okay, I need to bring this person in.
Yeah,
he's going to inject pace here and stuff. He doesn't make those kind of decisions because that's what he needs to do to keep that
level,
the level at that, to keep it steady. So, but all in all, you know, Smith Rowe, she gives him a 9. I give him a 7.5. Give him
I give him a 7.5.
Yeah,
7.5. Yeah. So and then we move to the right. Saka, Bukayo.
We'll give Saka an 8.
An 8.
Because I'm giving other people 7.5 and he scored and he assisted. I'll give him a 7.5. I'll give him an 8.
Gets a 7 for me.
As a straight up man,
Saka's performance has been dropping from last season. He has been dropping by the minute. His goal was lucky. And you know, there were many times he's always in. Don't get twisted. I mean, the first goal he assisted, but I still feel like if Reguilon was much closer to him, because like I told you, Tottenham were bad today. If Reguilon was much closer to him, that square ball to Smith Rowe wouldn't have gotten in. Reguilon gave him space. You understand? And because he's a lefty, he didn't expect him to use his right, which is where I commend Saka in deciding to use his right at that moment. But there are many times Saka has been on the ball and he's been sluggish.
But that's this entire season.
Give away the ball.
Not this game.
Yes, this game. Like obviously not the whole game. In the first 35 minutes, everybody was on point.
Yeah.
No, Saka in the last year, right, in the second half was actually very bad vibes.
Yeah,
that's what we're saying.
So many times the ball comes to you, like
he just gave it away, made the wrong decision. He wasn't ready to run.
He does that a lot when there's an attack coming, and I don't know how he started doing that in his game. I mean, there's an attack coming. You're a young lad. I expect you to see you make runs, and he's just stuck on the left. He's not making any diagonal.
And the guy has to tell you to run.
Tell you to move in before you know you have to go. I mean, Saka has his performance has been declining, and I'm happy the team is playing well now, so that way he has to up his levels, because Arsenal was playing so badly. I mean, you can't blame him.
Any small shine.
Yes, you can't blame him. But now the team is starting to pick up. So man, he has to pick up for me. For me, he gets a 7 because of his goal and his assist.
Yeah.
You understand? But man,
overall, I wasn't too bad. I mean, you scored and you assisted.
Like I said, everybody should get above a 7, other than Xhaka. Everyone should get a 7. Let's round up. Aubameyang, you know, our point man. You know, people are saying Aubameyang is back to the Aubameyang.
Yes, Amna.
I can see she doesn't like his black. She doesn't like him. Beware. Watch her rating.
The
she
niggers
doesn't like black people.
had R. I do not like them. No, I would give he scored, so and I've given everyone a high score. I'll give him a 7. My problem with Aubameyang is he has the captain's armband, and he really he never should have gotten that. Never should have. Like, everyone likes him, but that's not criteria for captaincy. That is not the criteria for captain. I have never seen Aubameyang uplift this team. When they are in the mud, Aubameyang has never single-handedly lifted up this team. I cannot think of a single game.
We all know who should be our captain. Party.
Yeah.
We all know, but probably because he's new.
Even Tierney would be a better captain than
because he's new, and you know, I believe that by next season we'll see the captain's armband change hands.
Maybe Ramsdale too. He seems vocal.
You understand?
Yes, I really like that.
It's just for now. I mean, Party hasn't just came in January transfer last season.
Yeah.
He hasn't even played any match. To give him the captain's armband just seems to be hasty. And then when you look at other teams, look at Tierney, he might be too young, and you're looking at it like, look, you have a lot of elderly players. You don't want to create discord in the team.
Yes.
Because part when you're giving the armband to somebody, even in as much as you want to give it to the person who can ginger the team the most, you still don't want to create discord within the team.
Yeah.
Carry 23-year-old and give him the armband when you have 30-something men don't do the club, they wait. So you know, all those things come into play when trying to pick who your captain is. You understand? And the reason why, honestly, left alone with Arteta, is Xhaka that's going to be the captain. The reason he doesn't want to give Xhaka the captain is because he knows
of what happened.
Yes, what's happened between him and the fans in the past. So it'll be as if you're neglecting the fans' opinion. So that's why he's keeping him as vice captain.
I think that
and giving Aubameyang. Yeah, it's just a head boy. You understand? So you know, I don't think when in giving Aubameyang that armband, they were expecting him to do what a Thomas Partey would do. I don't think that was the idea behind it. It was more of, let's keep some level of respect in the team.
Yeah.
You understand? So that people can be respected. So I feel that's just what it is. I don't really expect much. Aubameyang, look, about all of Aubameyang, we know. See, let's be frank. When he was at Dortmund, the only thing he does is score goals.
True pass,
that's all he does. Who is he lifting?
Because he had a solid midfield.
He lifts people with his goals.
Mm-hmm. That's
all he does.
And so when those goals disappeared, we're now like,
that's all he does.
But the thing is, for me, even when he was banging in goals, I was always telling guys I was watching this match with, I was like, this guy just scores.
He just scores.
Besides that, nothing.
Why do you think for me, I'm still going to give him you give him an A? What do you give him?
No, I give him a 7.
Okay, a 7 is fine.
Me too, I'll give him a 7
for me. Because in the goal he scored, he took part in the build-up. And
that was a beautiful goal.
That's the first time I've seen Aubameyang take part in a build-up to a goal.
I've never.
That's the first time. No, obviously, I'm sure there are moments, but I mean, that's in the recent future, history that you get. So, that flick to Smith Rowe was
beautiful,
was sublime.
Yeah.
I didn't even see Smith Rowe making a run. Yeah, and I'm watching from the screen. And I didn't see Smith Rowe until the flick was made, and I was like, oh my god.
So we must give him his flowers.
He must give it. So I mean, he would have gotten higher. If not, like I said, if not for that second half performance. Yeah, Aubameyang should probably
because the thing is,
an 8 because that second goal calmed everybody.
Yeah.
Because when you score one, the whole team is tense because you can lose it, and that second goal is very key to settling the whole team.
Just poured water on Tottenham.
On Tottenham, so when you get to 7, it's still a good performance. I mean, there's nothing more important than scoring the goal for a striker.
But the thing is, why nobody can get an 8 for me today is like looking at Aubameyang, for instance. Now, if you had put on the same level of intensity, I believe you should scare the second goal.
Yeah, second goal. Yeah, in this Tottenham team, it's not just him. If he, Saka, Odegaard, if they had kept that intensity, you understand. The only two people that still tried to keep the intensity were Smith Rowe, maybe Partey, but I don't know. Maybe part of the game plan second half was to not commit and make sure you don't concede. So I mean, they became too cautious or something.
Yeah.
But if they are kept on that intensity, I don't see why Aubameyang shouldn't have gotten the goal. I don't see why Odegaard shouldn't have gotten the goal this match.
Yeah.
So that's why I'm waiting for that game.
Especially because Tottenham were playing so scared. Like you could tell, when a team is playing like that, like Tottenham didn't even come back out in the second half and were tensioning us. Yeah. I understand if you're cautious when they start stressing you, but
they weren't stressing us. We could have. Yes, you could have.
So to pull back from that, that was bad game management in my opinion from Arteta. That's terrible game management.
And let's also rate him himself.
Let's rate Arteta. Try. I'm gonna give him a 6.
I was just like, I can't give Arteta more than 5.
5. Give me 6.
I'll give him a 6. He won.
Give me 6. He won.
I'll give him.
Did he win or did his players win?
It's still him.
He still says him that put the team there.
That put the team. You understand? He picks Xhaka. You cannot say it's the player.
No, I'm not giving credit because one thing I give him credit for is that look at last week. I was like, Pepe should not be starting.
Yes, sir.
At least he saw wisdom and took out Pepe. And I think so because I was chatting with my cousin yesterday and he was like, Odegaard or Smith Rowe, who would you play in your team? I was like both of them. And he was like, who would you take out? I was like, Pepe.
Pepe's no brainer.
So when I saw that today, I was like, so this guy's actually.
What are you talking about? That right wing is Pepe and Saka should be dragging. I'm never going to say Saka's spot permanently because, like I said, his performance has declined and it's because someone needs to put pressure on him. So let it be Saka and Pepe be dragging for that right.
Yeah.
Do you understand? Let them be there knowing who's going to do
honestly, I blame for Saka. It's actually Arteta because have you seen Saka in England? If you watch any of the international games, Saka was 10 out of 10. He was the man of the match.
He played balled out.
Yes.
I didn't really see any.
It was phenomenal. So I was like, what? You know that Arsenal thing that you were saying? You come to Arsenal and suddenly, yes, that's what. That's what's happening to Saka. Is the Arsenal because someone like Partey? Apparently, Partey hadn't been injured in 3 years until he came to Arsenal.
The Gunners' course.
So Saka, yes, has so much to work on right now. But I honestly think it comes from one, the leadership around him, which we just talked about, is non-existent, and our manager has a lot to work on in terms of managing.
But there you have it. That's our rating for the first North London derby of the season.
Yeah.
Arsenal, we won first one. Hopefully we win the second
1-3-1.
3-1.
3-1. Not just 1-0.
3-1 should have been 3-0 if not for because I was telling you talk that the game. I was like, the reason that third goal went in was because immediately after the challenge of Xhaka went down.
Yeah.
Lucas stayed with Xhaka, and was showing concern. And
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure people noticed it, but the other Tottenham players didn't stop play.
They
So it kind of distracted everybody. In as much as people weren't focused 100%, they were still a little bit. But your guy is concerned. I mean, if the Tottenham player is
Is it
concerned,
that serious? They don't know what it is.
They don't know what it is. Then it might really be a serious thing. And in the heat of the moment, Son does what he does. Humane.
Sonny, let's go.
Still, I'm happy he got a goal because it was a bad performance from Tottenham. But I'm happy for him. He got his goal. Move on, because I feel like Tottenham, man. Then I don't know. I think we're better than them. We're better off than them now, and it's like they've regressed into the situation we were.
Yes,
We were at the beginning of the season.
Yeah. We passed the chakra.
We passed the chakra to them, and this was the official handing over. This was the official handing over of the bad luck. So take it.
You find who you
Because
pass
whatever
it.
is going on with Kane is serious. He hasn't scored this season.
See, the truth is that Kane. By the time Kane gets a couple of goals, he'll start scoring them. You understand? But it's just right now he's suffering that thing where the team.
But he has never
is not
struggled. Like even when Tottenham was struggling, Kane is scoring.
No, when Tottenham was struggling, Kane, yes, he was carrying them on his shoulder. I mean, you have moments like that where one player is carrying the team. Because of the whole transfer saga.
Is it because they won't let him go to Manchester?
No,
Is that why?
No, but if he doesn't score, he's only letting lowering his stock.
Yes.
His stock, you understand? So you can't say he's intentionally not.
I don't think he's intentionally.
It's just right now with the whole transfer saga and everything, it's not just going to be easy for him to just, revert back to how he was last season and carrying everybody. But what he needs now is the team to carry him.
But I think he scored in the Carabao Cup, right?
Yes.
Yes, he scored.
He's Kane.
A couple of goals. I think by the time him bank 1, 2, you just catch one team and do
That's
hat-trick.
what we
Today he
about
was
Aubameyang,
unlucky.
Sha.
He was unlucky because see that chip that was.
Yes.
And
You just catch one team, do hat-trick on top their head.
And that's
then
it. No, Kane is still going to be one of the highest goal scorers.
Yeah, that
this
you
season.
start
I'm
scoring.
sure of that.
It's right now with his mental state. It's the team that needs to guy. I know say somehow your mind was don't ready to come off for the club, but we still there here. We still believe in you, and things will start moving.
Sure.
But it's those guys now that are under the influence.
Harry Malani, my guy. No, Harry will do it.
Harry will do it. You will do it. So
not just against us now, but you.
you will do it. So that's it. That's it. Any other thing you want to add?
I'm happy we're winning. I'm just looking forward to a very dominant game.
Yeah.
And I'm not talking of just a rout. I'm talking of a game where we dominate from beginning to end.
Yes, like we used to do.
Like we used to do, and you does even if it's 2-0, but you're enjoying the football. You're seeing chances created. That's what I'm looking for. So yeah.
So that's it, guys. Amna, do you have anything to say before we round up?
No, it's just the same as him. My complaints the last 2 wins was just that our performance is still subpar, and if we're facing any team that's better than Norwich, which is 19 teams, 18 teams, then we're in pepper soup. So we really, I really liked this first half performance, and I really hope they build on it and they use that as like a confidence booster.
Yeah. The confidence boost is really important because people were like, oh, it's Norwich, Burnley is going to be a stronger test, and they beat Burnley. It's Burnley, Tottenham is going to beat Tottenham.
Yeah,
and that just builds confidence.
It does.
I
really
and
like
then
that.
But I still want to see us against a Leicester and Aston Villa or West Ham.
Yeah,
I want
and
to
dominate, man.
I want to see how we
Let's
do in those
start with
games.
Aston Villa first.
I want to see that. But so it's Ghana NG. Remember to subscribe.
Subscribe.
Like,
comment.
Drop your comments. When are we going to start taking opinions from the viewers?
No, we're ready to start taking
opinions
from the viewers. If you comment and you say, "Oh, yeah," we'll see how we work that out. That's no problem.
We accept unsolicited opinions, but you can't slide into my DM. You have to. That's because
Okay, Amna, right. thank you for coming.
Yeah, thanks for coming, Amna.
Woo, I start wait.
Focus.